What would happen if the Trailer Park Boys were in a different setting? The beloved trio Trailer Park Boys, Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles, are well known for their hilarious misadventures in the fictional Sunnyvale Trailer Park, a place full of absurd characters, petty schemes, and never-ending chaos. But what if the boys were transported to a completely different setting? Let's explore how the Trailer Park Boys might adapt or fail to adapt to different environments while still retaining their quintessential antics and quirky personalities. Number 1. The corporate office. Imagine Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles working at a Fortune 500 company, clad in business suits while trying to navigate office politics, presentations, and board meetings. Ricky would likely find themselves struggling to understand the simplest corporate jargon, confusing terms like synergy and cynicism, and thinking a PowerPoint is some sort of kind of magic trick. Julian, ever the leader, would probably find a way to run some kind of side hustle involving office supplies or company resources. He'd always have a cup of rum and coke, even during high-stakes meetings. Bubbles, with his knack for technical things, would somehow end up as the company's IT specialist, fixing computers but refusing to abandon his love for his cats. Of course, their lack of professionalism would lead to disastrous and hilarious consequences, likely getting all three fired in record time. Key chaos: Ricky's misunderstanding of office terms leads to a catastrophic presentation. Julian running the office supply black market. Bubbles hacking into corporate systems purely by accident to find what's wrong with the printers. Number 2, medieval fantasy world. What if the boys were transported to a world akin to Game of Thrones or The Witcher? Ricky would be the worst imaginable, likely using hockey sticks instead of swords, and insisting that dragons are just oversized chickens. Julian would try to become a lord or run a kingdom, constantly scheming and making shady deals with rival kingdoms. Meanwhile, Bubbles would befriend the mythical creatures, building shelters for dragons and griffins, and possibly discovering a magic spell book that he could use to cast spells, often with unintended hilarious results. The trio would definitely get embroiled in a magic quest to steal gold or treasure, only to ruin everything with their incompetence. Key chaos: Ricky picks a fight with Knight or something trivial, like missing chicken wings. Julian gets caught in a political power struggle and trying to smuggle royal goods. Bubbles accidentally unleashes a magic curse, turning the village's livestock into rampaging creatures. Number 3, outer space adventure. In a sci-fi setting, the Trailer Park Boys would be on board a malfunctioning spaceship on a mission to some distant galaxy. Ricky would likely think of all his science jargon as space gibberish and end up pressing the wrong buttons, sending the ship into warp drive at the worst possible time. Julian found a way to capitalize on intergalactic smuggling, using the spaceship's cargo hold to transport illegal alien substances or weaponry. Bubbles will fall in love with the robots and alien technology, creating makeshift robots out of whatever parts he can find. The whole crew would be in a constant state of chaos, with space pirates, rogue AIs, and interplanetary bounty hunters always one step behind them. Key chaos: Ricky accidentally launches the spaceship into an asteroid field. Julian's smuggling operation attracts the attention of a powerful space cartel. Bubbles reprograms the ship's AI to behave like one of his cats, causing a ship-wide breakdown. Number 4, the Wild West. In the lawless Wild West, the Trailer Park Boys would fit right in. Ricky would probably become an outlaw, robbing banks with the same poor planning that he uses for his trailer park schemes. Julian would try to run a saloon or organize a criminal gang, always with his trusty drink in hand. Bubbles would be the town's blacksmith, creating strange contraptions with wagon parts and, of course, taking care of stray horses like they were cats. The trio would likely get into trouble with corrupt sheriffs, rival outlaws, and trigger-happy cowboys. Key chaos: Ricky's attempted train heist goes horribly wrong because he doesn't understand how trains work. Julian gets into a high-stakes poker game, betting the entire saloon. Bubbles invents a new kind of horse-drawn cart that breaks down during a chase. Number 5, Post-apocalyptic wasteland. Transported to a world devastated by nuclear fallout, the boys would have to adapt to scavenging and survival. Ricky would believe he's the toughest survivor out there, probably forming a gang with other misfit survivors and trying to barter for things like cigarettes and beer. Julian would try to establish a new society, controlling resources like water and gasoline, but his empire would likely crumble due to infighting or betrayal. Bubbles, ever resourceful, would tinker with scrap metal and old machines, building shelters out of wrecked cars and looking after mutated animals like they were his pets. Key chaos, Ricky's attempt to trade for supplies, and the disaster when he misunderstands currency. Julian's society collapses because everyone keeps stealing his realm. Bubbles befriends a mutated dog that turns out to be more dangerous than he expected. Conclusion, no matter the setting, Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles would find themselves in a world of chaotic adventures, unable to leave their trailer park mentality behind. The genius of Trailer Park Boys lies in the absurdity of their personalities, and placing them in new environments will only amplify the humor. Whether they're navigating corporate offices, medieval castles, space stations, or post-apocalyptic wastelands, the boys will always manage to turn even the most structured situations into hilarious disasters. Fans of the show can easily imagine the trio surviving barely while creating some unforgettable chaos no matter where they land. Hey there, fantasy and science fiction fan lovers. If you can't get enough of mystical realms, futuristic worlds, and thrilling adventures, then you come to the right place. By subscribing to fantasy and science fiction at Story Nori, you gain access to an amazing collection of stories that will transport you to realms beyond your imagination. By hitting that subscribe button, you'll never miss out on the latest tales of wizards, time travels, space exploration, and so much more. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you the best in fantasy and science fiction storytelling, and we're always adding new and exciting content for you to enjoy. But that's not all. By subscribing, you'll be also becoming part of our incredible community of fellow fantasy and sci-fi enthusiasts. You'll be first to know about the latest content for the channel that you won't find anywhere else. So what are you waiting for? Join us on this epic journey into the unknown by subscribing to fantasy and science fiction at Story Nori. Today, your next thrilling adventure awaits. Right, hit that subscribe button and let the storytelling begin. Thank you for being part of our amazing community. We can't wait to share even more incredible stories with you.